Welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to be doing my very best to answer all of the questions that I've gotten about this template and how to cut it, how to find it, how to download it, how to purchase it, where to find it if you do purchase it. I'm going to do my best to answer all of those questions. If I fail to answer a question, please make sure to leave your question below the video and I will respond to you here. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's get started. The materials I'm using for this project include my Siser Romeo, KTM mask, a black medium Bella canvas long sleeve shirt, rhinestones that I purchased from the Baby's Booty store, a wax pen, a Siser high-tack mat, purple rhinestone flock that also can be found at the Baby's Booty store, and I will be using this rhinestone bling brush that also came from the Baby's Booty store, and this Dollar Tree chopping mat to place my template on after it has been cut. Now let's head over to Leonardo Design Studio so that I can show you how I'm going to download the file. I will also demonstrate how to download the file or upload the file into Cricut Design Space. The first thing you're going to do is click the link below this video. It will take you to my website, which is called craftingwithdelonda.com. While you're there, don't forget to sign up for my email list and follow me on other social media platforms. When you're ready to purchase the file, click Digital Downloads and you will see two options. There are two files that I currently have available for purchase on my website. One that is called Naughty Nice, I Tried, and the other is She Is. With both files, all of the information you need is included with the file. The number of rhinestones, the suggested colors. Remember, these are digital products and you will not receive a physical item. If you were ready to purchase the She Is file, what you would do is click on the option for Add to Cart. Once you click Add to Cart, the item will be added to your cart. You can click Proceed to Checkout and follow the prompts that are required for making the purchase. Once again, please know that this is a digital download and that you will not be receiving a physical product. Once your purchase is complete, you will receive a receipt and a link to the download via email. Sometimes the email goes directly to your spam folder because you have not received an email from me previously. Let me show you how to get to your spam. This is my personal Gmail account and I want to show you something. So I'm going to just click more and I'm going to go to my spam folder. See, these are folders and I purchased the She Is file and look where it went. It went to it says my order has been received, and if I click right there, there's my order. Says thank you for your order. So I have to report that it's not spam in order to move it to my inbox. So if you ordered the file, it might be in your spam if you don't see it. Once the file has been moved to your inbox, you'll see two different links, one for the product and one for the download. If you click on the product link, it will take you back to the website. Instead of clicking on the product, click on the download link in order to download the template. Once you click download, you may notice a downward arrow and a folder that has a zipper on it. That is where you would click to access your downloads. I'm clicking there, and what I'm going to do is click the option to extract the file. I'm going to extract the file. I'm going to click browse, and I will save the file where I save my rhinestone templates. You will save the file somewhere that you will remember where you saved it so that you can access it when you're ready to use it. In order to use this template in Cricut Design Space, you would navigate to wherever you have it saved. Make a note of the size of the template is included with the template name. Click Upload, and you would select the file and click Add to Canvas. When it comes in to the canvas, make sure that the size has not changed. It should match the size that you uploaded. Okay, once you have it, what you'll do is just verify. You would click Make, and once you get to the next screen, you should be prompted to use 4 mats. In most cases, I try to condense the number of mats, and I would do the same thing in this case. I would move the blue layer over to the black layer by clicking on those 3 dots and move Object. And I would move the inner part of She Is over so that it's not touching the outline layer. And then over here with the yellow layer, I just move it down a little bit. I'd move She Is over to the bottom portion of the yellow layer. Once again, making sure that no part of that template is touching another part. Once I have all of that in position, the next thing I would do is click Continue. Once the option to select materials comes up, I would do a search for heavy cardstock. I would use that setting with the default pressure, and I would get the flock placed on the mat face up. Now let's move over to Leonardo Design Studio. In order to use the file in Leonardo Design Studio, I would click File and Open. I would navigate to where I have the file saved. I'd click Next. I would bring the file in as a cut only. I would click Next. I would click Next again. And what I would do in order to cut down on the number of mats, just like I did in Cricut Design Space, is I would just ungroup the file, and I would put the 2 layers of She Is together, and I would put the words and the She Is Me together. In order to do that, I would have to click Ungroup, and I would have to change the colors. So for the loved and chosen and all of that, I would just change it to red to match the She Is Me, and I would cut that together. And then for the She Is portion, I would just change all of that to black, and I would cut that together. So what I'm going to do is change that blue layer to black, and I'm going to cut the first portion first, which is the loved, chosen, strong, worthy, blessed, and I will cut the She Is portion second. Okay. I would move the black layer over, and I would just focus on the red layer first. And what I would do once I have it in position is I would click on the option to send design. I would double check that everything is in its proper place, and I would get this portion cut out with the settings on my Siser Romeo. I would go back, I would move the red layer over, and I would follow that same process for the black layer, making sure once again that no portion of each part of the template is touching another portion. I'd verify it here, I'd click Next, and I would get the black layer cut out. Everything I'll do from here will be back on the camera. Now I have the flock removed from the mat. The other portion of the template is still cutting, I'm going to remove the top layer of the flock away from the backing and see if there are any holes that did not cut all the way through. All I'm doing is slowly peeling this back. I'm not really good at getting the peel going, but once I do, I'm okay. So you'll see that the flock did pretty good. I still had a few holes that I needed to remove, but for the most part, this cut fast and it did cut accurately. So I'm just peeling this back so that I can move the template over to the Dollar Tree chopping mat. Right here, I'm just picking away the extra flock dots before I move it over to the Dollar Tree chopping mat. All of the flock dots have been removed. Now I can place the template on the chopping mat because templates can be used over and over and over again. So you want to put it somewhere that you can use it and store it for later. Now I'm just going to repeat this process for the other part of the template. It has finished cutting with my Siser Romeo. I'm removing it from the backing and I am going to place it on the other side of the Dollar Tree chopping mat. Now it is time to start brushing in the rhinestones. For the outer layer, I have decided that I want to use a color that is called Silver Crystal. And the color that I'm going to use for the inner layer of She is a color that is called Sapphire. It's a sapphire blue. And on the opposite side of the template for the words loved, chosen, strong, worthy, and blessed, I'm going to use a color called Jet AB. And for the bottom layer, the She Is Me, I'm going to go back to Silver Crystal. What I'm going to do first is open the silver crystal. I'm going to pour a generous amount on top of the layer, the outer layer of She Is, and I'm going to put the cap back on the container. I'm going to use the Bling brush that came from Eve's store at the babiesbooty.store, and I'm going to use somewhat of a circular motion to brush the rhinestones into those holes. I'm going to continue with this process until every stone is brushed in to those holes. Once I have them brushed in, I would take a piece of KTM mask and I would quickly and carefully use the taco method to go over the rhinestones. I will go over this with my hand and make sure that all of the rhinestones are adhered to the KTM mask. I am adding a little bit of pressure as I go across the rhinestones, making sure that all of them are adhered to the mask. Once I'm sure that they are, what I'm going to do is remove this layer and I'm going to just place it to the side and get started with brushing in the next layer. I'm going to continue to repeat the same process for the remaining layers, pouring a generous amount, brushing in a circular motion, going over the template with the KTM mask once all of the rhinestones have been brushed in, moving the KTM mask to be pressed later. At this point, it's a good time to turn on the heat press to 350 degrees so it can start heating up. I'm still brushing in. I'll finish this process and be ready to get the shirt pressed with the rhinestones. We are at the heat press. The first thing I'm going to do is a quick pre-press of the shirt. I'm using a Bella Canvas medium long sleeve shirt. I'm just going to do a 5-second pre-press. The temperature is set for 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. Whenever I'm pressing this template, I like to start with the outline layer of She Is first. After I have my crease down the middle, I use that crease to guide me and make sure that the template is straight on the shirt. So I place the template down, I double check the placement of it, and I also make a note of how far the template is from the collar. So I place this layer down first, and I'm going to press this for 15 seconds. Once the first layer is finished, I'm going to remove the KTM mask. I'm already in love with this. I can just tell you that right now. And what I usually press is the inner layer of She Is. I make sure that it is lined up inside the outline, and I make sure that is not on top of any of the rhinestones that have already been pressed. After that layer is finished, I'm going to remove the mask once again, and yes, I still love it. The next layer that I press is the layer that has all of the words, and once again, I use the crease that's in the middle, but I also use the layer that has already been pressed to make sure that my design is straight on the shirt. So I'm placing it down, and I'm making sure that everything is in its proper place, and I'm going to press this for 15 seconds. I'm going to remove the KTM mask, and I'm really trying to keep my composure because I'm in love with this. And I am going to press that last layer, the one that says She Is Me, once again, using the layers that have already been pressed to make sure my design is straight. And I'm going to press this for 15 seconds. Now it's time to peel it and reveal it. And you already know I'm going to say I love it. I love the way this turned out. I love it so much. I love the way these colors look. Let me show you how it looks outside, because bling inside the house is much different than bling outside the house. Stay tuned to the end so you can see what that looks like. But hopefully you have found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.